Okay, so after a night of Googling, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of stressing, I think I can get this running today. First off, I need to steal some parts off the wife's truck. Shouldn't need to know, that's just between us. Put those on here, and then we can get it going. And I'll discuss with you the issue I'm having with it. First, let's get some tunage going and go steal some parts off the wife's truck. Tunes, yeah. Oh, no, wrong song. I didn't want this song. Stop the camera. Okay, so just because I'm running like 3 different sets of plug wires on here, as you can see, blue, black, and yellow, and that probably does not help. I stole all the plug wires off the Suburban. They're dirty, but they're fairly new, and they all match, and I know it runs. So there's that. I stole the cap and rotor off that to put on here too, but I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's not the greatest. I could just clean it up, but then there's that. So now I got to check in the plug wire, see what one came off of there because I wasn't paying attention, and see how the plug wire is. Hopefully the plug wire is at least half decent. Like, again, I know I could clean that up, but that's okay. I scrounged around, and it actually turned out I had a spare for the Suburban that's actually brand new. I don't even think it's been used yet. Or I might have even bought this for the dually. I don't know. Either way, there's a brand new cap and rotor right there, good to go. So I don't have to use this used one. I don't think that's why it's not firing, but that might not help. The thing that Mike was looking for yesterday on here, my wiring on this is a mess, as you can see. This is horrible. Which, side note, I always notice on all the car shows and stuff, they're like, oh, this is really good because it's only a second owner or third owner car, or oh, it only had one owner. And I never understood why that was a big thing until I started doing stuff like this. And the more owners you get, the more people have worked on it. And it's just horrible. And this thing looks like 7 different people owned it and 45 different people worked on it, me included. So, and I'm sure if somebody bought this off me right now, they'd see my disaster of a mess and curse at me too. So, I won't badmouth the previous owners too bad. Some of this is kind of iffy, but other stuff I'd probably do the same. Anyways, what he was looking for is, this doesn't have a vacuum advance, like like a 80 square body or whatever. It has an electric advance run from the computer. Now he was looking for the wire for that comes from here and down into here somewhere, and it has a fusible link in it, and you unplug that fusible link, stops the computer from advancing it, and then you can start it, get the initial timing before you plug that in, and tell the computer that it can do its thing. He couldn't find it though. He found one over here that's a fusible link, but I don't think that's it. Because it's supposed to be on the passenger side. On his truck, it's on the passenger side. On his van, it's on the passenger side. He even talked to his buddy over the phone. He said it's on the passenger side. There's one over here. We tried unplugging it. It didn't work. I might follow this wire and see where it goes. I think it was this green wire here. Nope, that green wire goes to nothing. See, this is another, just none of that was me. That was all how the truck was purchased. But anyways, we found one over there. We unplugged it. Still nothing. I looked online, and as you can see from here, there's some spliced wires with butt connectors. Said a tan wire with a black stripe has the fusible link, and you're supposed to unplug that. Well, if you look over here, that one that I pointed at, it's kind of a tannish wire with a black stripe, and it's got a butt connector. So I think somebody just cut out the fusible link, spliced in this. So I might just pop that open, see what happens. But first, I'm going to take the valve cover off, get it back to top dead center for sure. On the compression stroke. Should have been already before because I never moved everything when I put it together, but just in case, I will do that. Make sure I triple check that I'm not 180 out. I will take that cap and rotor off, put on the new one, put on the Suburban's plug wires, and eventually I'll get new ones for this because, as you can see, it's a tight fit in here with some of these. Like this one's nice because it's a 45, and the 90s are not, so I only have two 45s. So I think I'd like to get a full set of 45-degree end plugs for this to fit the headers. I don't know how the previous owner had this set up without burning up the wires. I've got them all zip tied out of the way and stuff, and they're still pretty close and probably will melt during break-in. And I'll probably melt the Suburban's wires doing this and owe my wife some new wires, which Suburban's got to get torn down and rebuilt anyways, so I guess that'll work. I might go to steal the wires off the Beaumont. They're like a $200 set of Moroso plug wires that are high temp and stuff. They're 90 degrees, but they still work pretty good around the stuff. I might go steal those. I don't know, we'll see what happens. So, got the valve cover off, cranked it around till the valves opened, kept cranking around till they closed, which means we're on top dead center compression. Well, until the intake valve closed, by the way, which is top dead center on compression stroke, and rotor is pointing where it should be, so I'm not 180 out. It's like 100% sure I'm not 180 out, so that's not the issue. I guess put all this back and unplug that wire, and then I guess we'll see if she starts. Okay, so I'm not looking forward to this. Supposedly the connector for that tan wire is possibly in the dash under the glove box. Now, the problem with that, the truck's full of stuff. So I'm going to have to empty it out first. And then I'm going to have to sit in here upside down. And I hate doing that. But if it gets the truck running, then I guess I gotta do that. So I'm gonna crank some tunes and get started. Okay, that wasn't so bad once I took the grill out. Most of the other crap fit in the back seat with the rest of the other crap that's in the back seat. I'm gonna try to take out these few bolts and check under here first, because I actually don't know where under the dash over here I'm looking. So could be there. I mean, I don't think there's much under that without being accessed from here. So I'm gonna look in here. This thing's cool. It's got the stock CD deck, and then it's got tape deck over here. So this, I believe that's all factory. I think my 94 had that. I ripped it out and put a CD deck in it. I'll probably do the same with this. You can get an adapter for here that holds a CD deck. It kind of looks dumb because the CD deck is like this much thicker, so it sits out to here, and the adapter sticks out and stuff too, but it's better than just playing tapes, I guess. So Okay, bad news time. I did not find a connector under there. I found the wire, found the tan and black wire, which I believe is the same tan and black wire which is out here. Because this one runs into the wiring harness goes down, plugs in through the wall, and then on the other side it comes up, and then there's a tan and black wire in that harness that goes into the computer. But there is no plug on there, like I was told there should be. So I believe that connector right there, that butt connector, is where that fusible link or connector, whatever it's actually called, is supposed to be. The other bad news is I found another connector in there with a wire that's actually been on fire, or at least got really hot. It's melted all the wiring off, or the plastic. Yeah. Let me try that again. It's melted off all the protective coating, and the wire itself is charred, and the plug itself is actually a little melted. Try to get a picture and post it. Yeah, so now I gotta figure out what that's for, and if that's important. It looked like those wires went to my heater. So I'm hoping for now I can just keep that unplugged, get everything running, and then try to figure out why that's doing that. Or if that was something a long time ago and it's fixed itself and sorted itself out. Or maybe that's why some of this wiring is a mess. Or that might be why the truck's not firing. I don't know. Come out here for 10 minutes and now I gotta research again. Oh boy. I'm gonna go in and do some more book learning. Between this and Google and Facebook groups, slowly figuring this out. Well, it looks like that one under the dash, I don't have to worry too much about it. It looked like it was going to the heater, and after looking at all the wiring diagrams in the Haynes manual, I'm like 90% sure that's for the heater. So I'll just keep that unplugged for now. Figure that one out later. This one, yeah, it looks like that butt connector is where that link is supposed to be, and it's not there. So I'm just going to disconnect it at the butt connector. Maybe try to start it after that, see if she fires. I still got to put plugs back on, but I got that new cap and rotor on it. As you saw, I've double checked that it's not 180 out. It's at top dead center. So yeah, put plugs back on and try to fire it up. Got the wire cut. All the plugs are on, or plug wires are on, sorry. I'm gonna fire this up and see what happens. Okay, I got the booster pack on there yelling at me.